anymore. 'Cause every move I make puts one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. The nighttime turned to dawn. I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize I found my remedy at last, and finally my stars are aligning. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. A silver Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a I feel as if I've been here before, knocking helplessly at the same old door. I can't do this anymore. 'Cause every move I make puts one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. The nighttime turned out I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize I found my remedy at last, and finally my stars are aligning. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. A silver Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a I feel as if I've been here before, knocking helplessly at the same old door. I can't do this anymore, 'cause every move I make puts one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. closely at the same old door. I can't do this anymore. 'Cause every move I make puts me one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guidance sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. A nighttime turned to dawn. I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize I found my remedy at last, and finally my stars are aligning. As my present
Bullydog coffee is craft roasted in small batches, with passion and purpose. Visit bullydogcoffeecompany.com and fetch some for yourself today. Bullydog coffee. Bold flavors for bold hearts.
I'm ready.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the AMA Truck Series live here on Extreme Sim TV. Yeah, you read that right. AMA, proud new owners, me and Mr. Kendall Paul of AMA here tonight, and the first time out. It is our Truck Series into the playoffs, round number 2, or race number 2 of the round of 8 here tonight. And to help us out up here in the booth all night, all evening long here, kind of help keep me on track because we all know I'm a little nuts sometimes. We got Mr. Jordan up here. Jordan, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you been doing?
Well, as good as can be expected, man, going to the place known as Talladega, Alabama, as we get ready to set this field up for Homestead here in just a few weeks. Now, again, trucks working their way around. Big night for these playoff drivers. Claus Williams already locked in. We know that. There's so many trucks with an opportunity, Jordan, to put themselves into the round of 4 and lead Talladega feeling mighty good.
Yeah, with as you mentioned, Claus Williams already locked into the round of 4. We got 5 others, count them 6, depending on if Kendall wants to make a show tonight. He said he might be late, but you got 5 drivers that are going to make a playoff run tonight, and you've got 20 of the trucks out there that you've got to contend with. So it's going to be a little bit of a hard fought battle with these other 6 trucks now with Kendall joining in.
Yeah, it's going to be tight, Kendall. If Kendall does make it here for the start, it's going to be very interesting. Of course, Austin here tonight. He is loaded in. We got a 20 truck field for Talladega here this evening. So many things can go wrong at this racetrack.
Yeah, the one thing that people like to talk about all the time is the big one. Where is it going to happen and when? And that's a question that we can't even answer ourselves because we don't know when and we don't know where it's going to happen. All we know is the place you want to be is leading the field. And we've seen before that even leading the field, you can't get caught up in the big one.
Yeah, there we go. And this is going to be very interesting. We got chat already going. Owen's in chat. What's up, Owen? Bullydog Coffee, and this is the Bullydog Coffee Company 250 because, well, I made it that way. Co-owner privileges. And we're ready to roll here in just a moment. Speaking of Bullydog Coffee, man, you've had a lot going on, right? I've got a lot going on. I got to drive tomorrow. I got to go to a racetrack in a week. I got to do model cars for stuff that I told people I would do. You know what keeps me up and keeps me going? It's not sleep.
What's that?
Sleep's overrated. We can do that when we're 6 feet under. What keeps me up and going is beautiful and delicious Bullydog coffee. Get your motor running each and every morning. Go get you a thing of Bullydog coffee and make it work with Bullydog coffee. Supporting all kinds of things, including and not limited to the stupid, dumb Breed Pacific Laws. Bullydog Coffee doing everything they can to fight it. Again, Breed Pacific Laws are so ignorant because people just doesn't understand a beautiful dog known as a pit bull. Again, shake with your local state. Call your local congressman. Do whatever you got to do because these dogs deserve a good life. They're great dogs, great animals. And I'm a proud supporter. Go ahead.
My roommate actually has a pit bull.
Yeah, there we go. I got one too. I got a 17-year-old in there.
He's the most adorable thing I've ever seen too.
All right, and again, our bourbon barreled aged coffee available now. Bulldog, do me a favor. I'm gonna send you my address. Can I please try some?
I'm going to try some of that because when I was working for my old roofing company, I used to wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would just dread going into work, and I'd go into my kitchen and get me a nice hot cup of coffee just to get my day going. And so I'll have to try me some of that out.
Well, we are ready to go. Qualifying underway. Now, we all know Talladega. How much does qualifying matter? Well, not a terrible lot. It kind of depends on where you want to be.
Yeah. Some say that the inside line is the most, beneficial place to be, and pack-wise, some say that the middle is where you want to be. The back, holding back with a 4-car pack is where you want to be. Anywhere you go at Talladega is not a safe place. No matter if you're in a 4-car pack, in a 16-car pack, or running by yourself, anything can happen. Whatever happens on the track.
Exactly. And I got a huge announcement. Just come through chat. Miami-Dade, Florida pit bull ban is officially over after 30 freaking years. Nice. Win
awesome.
number 1 for us
awesome.
pit bull and bulldog folks. And German Shepherds and more. Nico back
going
here.
Back to qualifying. Kyle Heath, first one to take a time on the board with a 56.11.
Look at everybody. Austin there, top of the charts, first playoff truck up there. Pat O'Brien gonna slide in the mix to third. Everybody's got a shot to win tonight, but our attention has to go very highly to these playoff trucks.
They really do. We can't take the attention away from them because they are ultimately the ones that are running for a championship tonight. And I love a good underdog story. I really do, and we may have an underdog story tonight in this playoffs. I'm still new to this league, so I've got a lot of catching up to do. But um, I, I'm always for that great underdog story. You know.
Yes, sir. And again, Kendall Paul did make it. Big reference to Kendall. He did make it. He is in the truck.
Awesome.
He is on track qualifying now. So big news for Kendall Paul. He'll be out there racing. That means most of our playoff companies have made it work.
That leaves us with 7 drivers, 6 here tonight, going for a win tonight to advance themselves into the final 4. I want to go ahead and skip ahead to Homestead. Leaving Talladega, what do you have to have leaving Talladega to get into Homestead?
Well, here's going to Homestead, depending on the situation. We know Homestead's a high side racetrack, right? You're going to run the wall. If your 1.5 mile program hasn't been right all year, I hate to put it this way, you're in trouble. You cannot take what you've learned all year and fix it in a week. We've got 2 weeks till we get in Homestead. These guys, yes, Talladega's an opportunity. But me as a driver, I almost look past Talladega and start my focus on Homestead now in case I'm not locked in.
And that's what I used to do with a lot of my other leagues. I would focus on one race that could be 2 weeks ahead. Owen can vouch for this as well in the chat. We would focus 2 weeks ahead to the track that we need to work on the most. And that if your Homestead is initially the final chance for one of these playoff drivers to lock into Phoenix as a Final Four driver. And as you said, Talladega, to most, Talladega would be seen as a wild card race for one of these guys to get in. This is a chance that way they don't have to worry about Homestead. Well, you could be one of those other 6 drivers not having to worry about it or having to worry about it. And going to Homestead, you haven't practiced because you feel like you don't need to practice because your 1.5 mile program is up to par. Well, oh crap, it's not.
Well, and here is where we get interesting. Look at the final race at Phoenix. Homestead gives you that one more shot to get in. But when we go to Phoenix, a total different layout to what we ran most of the year. As qualifying is going to wrap, we'll do that in a moment. But so many tracks. And Claus Williams, dominant all year. He's already locked in. And quite frankly, that is
on the pole.
Yeah, on the pole tonight, locked into the playoffs. That is a dangerous combination. He doesn't have anything to worry about until we get to Phoenix here in a few weeks. All right.
Well, that wrapped that up.
All right. Look at that front row. Williams yet again on the front row there, as well as Austin, Kyle, Pat, Steven, David Dunwoody, Nico back there. Nico, a late entry, came in late into the night. And there is more. There is a couple more hanging on. I tell you what, take a look at somebody like Nico, that came in late here tonight, man.
Yeah, somebody coming in late like that is a really good chance for an upset win that is not a playoff driver. Speaking of playoff drivers, your second highest is Austin, who qualified second. As we mentioned, Williams is already locked in. Austin and Pat and David, those are the highest 3 running playoff drivers that took a time.
All right, there we go. Through our starting grid up here with Claus Williams ready to go. Let's take a look at our track facts, shall we, for Talladega, Alabama. 20 laps, the first stage here tonight. What is your thoughts here as we get ready to start stage 1? Do you go racing for the win off the bat, or do you go for stage point?
It's for somebody like Claus, who is already locked into Phoenix. I wouldn't worry too much about stage points. But if you're somebody like Austin or somebody like David, I would fall back. I would be patient with your runs. I wouldn't push too hard for those stage points because you know that there's at some point going to be a big wreck. And if there isn't that big wreck, I would wait until late on in stage 3 to make your move.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. So we're ready to go. You'll get ready to rock and roll. This is going to be such a great battle tonight, in all honesty.
It's going to be a great battle. 20 trucks here tonight, taking the time. 21 to be exact. Sorry about that, with Kendall making his late entry.
There we go. All right, we ready to go, and we're ready to rock and roll here as the field comes to green this time by. Jordan, welcome to your second race. Welcome to Talladega, Alabama. Everybody get on your feet. It is playoff time in the American Motorsports Association Truck Series. Ready to go. Who is going to bring it home here tonight? Billy, the flagman, ready with the flag in the hand. And the cute girls in the grandstands, too. We're ready to go. It is AMA playoff time here in Alabama. Michael Bollinger, a wild card up there again. He's going to have to move his way forward. How will Michael Bollinger handle this?
Well, already a 3-truck breakaway on the inside. That's going to leave the outside line out to dry with another 3-truck breakaway. Claus is leading that inside line, but that outside line looks to be getting a run.
Yeah.
It's going to matter who gives the push on the outside to make it work.
Inside, outside lane. Here we go. The battle begins, right? That's what we want to see all night long. Is this inside, outside lane domination battle conundrum that we're going to have. Couldn't come up with a really better word for it than that. It's going to be absolutely wild. All right, first lap. So far, so good. No fast repairs tonight, Jordan. So you got to take care of your truck.
Yeah, you really got to take care of that truck with no fast. I come from leagues that offer at least one fast repair, but with a league like AMA offering no fast repairs, especially at a track like Talladega, you really got to watch out for when that wreck happens. And if you do have damage, take as much time as you can without going a lap down on pit road. See, the outside comes even with the inside, and he's looking to make a run to take that lead. Now, whether he'll drop down and secure that lead.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard part, is getting clear, getting down.
As he backs up 2 trucks behind Claus. Claus still leading 2 laps into this race. But that outside line is looking to resurge again with the... What is that, number 7? You got to bear with me here tonight, folks. My graphics is not the best, so I got to
that's the
try to
07.
find which truck is what.
That's the 07 there, Pat O'Brien. Working the outside line, second on the top lane right now. And we've already got a couple of reports, man, of people blinking in and out. And that, if that gets severe enough, you will get sent to pit road over it. You know, you can't be blinking at a plate track. That could cause way too many problems.
Right.
You know, not in this type of format where we're all over each other anyway. And you see this front pack. And right now, this front pack is kind of broken away from everyone else.
As you see, Austin, he's kind of got a bit of a half-truck length over Claus, but I don't think it's going to be enough to actually lead this lap just yet. And it's not enough. He's going to have a little bit of advantage going into turn 1 as Claus takes it back on the inside.
Austin's going to need that help from behind him to really sync up on that back bumper, lock in, give a big push to get clear. But at the same time, this portion of the race with 91 to go, how much of a risk can you afford to take?
I don't think you can take much of a risk this early in the race, still with, 15 laps until the stage break? 16 laps?
Yeah.
You've really got to just be patient these first couple of laps. Let the field, work themselves out. As we see Pat going down to the inside, he's going to leave. Lord, who is that? Austin out to dry on the outside. That's going to shuffle the entire single file on the inside.
Yeah,
that's what we don't like to see, is that single file freight train start to happen. But hopefully they'll move their way to the outside towards the wall, and we can maybe see some runs start to take place.
Now, we can't ignore the fact Nico Mann's in here. David Dunwoody and Black Magic Graphics literally brought him in to have another truck out there to work with. So my opinion on this is that Nico is here for one objective, and that is to get a Black Magic playoff truck to victory lane.
Yeah, so he's not even trying to win tonight. He's trying to get his teammates into the Final Four, and that's at a place like this, that is way easier said than done. You got a lot of other benefactors that can come into place, like other trucks trying to mess up your strategy, other trucks trying to be a little more aggressive than they should be. I'm sorry, what was that? Ah, gotcha. And the biggest benefactor of this race, I wouldn't even say a benefactor. Biggest risk of this race is the big one. That can come into a lot of effect into what you're trying to do tonight, to helping your teammates get into the Final Four.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like getting into that Final Four scenario that you're talking about is so difficult. You fought all year. It's so difficult, man. Words can't explain it.
So I gotta say this though, there's a 4-truck breakaway on the inside that's taking it single file, and the outside gets these surges down the front stretch and sometimes even to the entrance of a corner. But when do we start to see that actual outside line come into full effect and be the most dominant line of the race?
I don't know if you'll ever see it be the most dominant line, but the most pushing that you can do is the better, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot of work.
Well, I've done a lot of super speedway races and I've done a lot of practice, especially at Talladega. The more trucks that you have on one line is going to be that more dominant line. And right now the outside line just doesn't have the numbers to back it up, being the most dominant line to get those surges. It's just not enough.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. I mean, they could stack up a little bit harder, but there's only so much you can do. Here with a thick setup, you don't have open setups here. So the ride heights on these trucks are pretty well locked in, so you can't really mess with that. So at the moment, you're correct. That outside line on the struggle bus here trying to move forward.
I mean, right now it may look like an even train on both lines, but that inside line has more trucks. And they're not all lined up, but they are there. And that outside line is just not doing it right now. So they got to.
Right, they got to really work it here to try to come up with something. But it's still continuing to work through. 9 laps on the board. You see this pack back near the tail of the field at the moment as Cause Williams continues to lead. I think we lost Jordan there for a moment. We'll get Jordan back when we can.
Nope, I'm here. I'm here. I was trying to fix something.
I was about to say the internet got us, kind of took you away a moment.
A few blinks when I was talking about that inside line, outside line thing, but I was still here.
There we go. Well, right now it is pretty smooth sailing, and knock on wood, right? Somewhere find the wood to knock on, because
I got a wooden desk right here for you.
We're coming to the end here in about 10 laps. So again, we're counting down that time to the end of stage 1.
I still wouldn't put it on the playoff drivers to make it a go time for them to get the playoff points and the stage points. There's still a long way to go, and the thing that actually pays out for these drivers is the end of the race. Yes. That's what matters. You have to make it to the end of the race. The stage points, they do come into play, but it's the end of the race that actually matters, and it's that one position that makes it all the difference.
Look at David Dunwoody trying to move forward. 3 wide behind him. Oh, hello.
Oh, getting a little sketchy here. Getting a little sketchy. Keep it clean, boys.
That was a little more than sketchy. That was just about turned around. Nice.
So what does the 15 need in order to actually clear Claus? I mean, he's almost got it. He's got his entire truck out there, but that inside line is just getting those surges back.
Bro, right here. See the 23 tucked up?
Yep. Well, what I think that needs to happen is that black truck, that third truck on the outside line, needs to get up there. That way the second truck on the outside can back up to him and give the 15 the push that he needs to clear Claus. Oh, man. At the 33 of Mitchell Calvin. Yes, right now, if Calvin can just stay on that 15, he can clear Claus. It's a matter of if the 15 actually still wants to clear Williams and go down and lead this inside line. Not yet done it, but I mean, he is right there to clear him. And I think if he can just get another push, oh, nope, because the 33 is going to go out and hang him out to dry. And into the, nope, 33 goes that way to the outside, and he's going to get all the way back. Going to leave it to, what have we got here? I'm messing up, guys. Bear with me. The 23, that's going to leave him out to the 72 with the 15. 23 finds a spot in place. Joe Claus leading 13 laps in. We're coming down to our stage break here, and Claus has led the entire way. Here comes that outside line again. It's just still not enough. They've got a few more trucks on that outside line, but they're not formed up like the inside line is, which is keeping the inside line, you know, pushed out in front of the 15. Coming to lap 14 through the trials again. I just don't understand what that outside line needs to push ahead. That's really what it's going to take, is something from the outside line that's got to come for them to make a move. And speaking of moves, we got to wonder where another move is going to come from that inside line. You know, you got the 21 and the 00 tucked up there behind Claus. Could we see a move come from them to nab a couple of stage points here? As now we got a 5-truck breakaway on the inside line. That outside line is just fading. It's fading fast. And the outside line's got to do something to get back up there to Williams. Kind of hoping I'm still here. I don't have anything coming from Matt. Hope my internet just didn't choke out on me. Still here. On lap 15 now. Got 6 laps to go here in stage 1. As there's a huge run coming from the outside line, but is it going to stick though? It kind of fades back. We have a new leader on the outside, which looks like the 78. Yeah, that would be the 78 of Kendall Paul, who started mid-pack, and now he's leading the outside line. He is a playoff driver, folks. He's a guy who's looking for a win, because from what I heard, I think he's negative 51 in the points. I just heard there's an issue on Matt's end, which is why he is currently not speaking. So time for me to take over until he gets back. 5 laps to go in stage 1. As they head just out of turn 2 on the backstretch. Got a little bit of lap. What will that do to this lead pack? Is it going to shake them up? Is it going to get out of the way for them? Both lines are kind of stacked up together again, which is keeping them even. But that inside line is still keeping them out ahead.
All right. Sorry about that. I had to go deal with something.
There you are.
As in glass falling in the floor.
Oh, no.
So right.
Well, we are coming to 4 laps to go here in stage 1, and there's lap traffic already. There's a truck on the outside, and I was just talking about what that's going to do to the entire lead pack.
Well, they got to thread the needle, right? Here
3
it
wide, here we go.
comes. I don't feel like it's as hard here at Talladega than if you're at Daytona trying to thread the needle.
Exactly, or even Atlanta now with it being considered, I guess, a super speedway.
I mean, screw Atlanta. That's, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we all know what happened to that track. It's kind of sad what happened.
Yeah, that's
Oh, big stack up. Here we go.
Easy.
Big stack up.
Easy. They'll hang
That
on.
just screwed up the entire inside line. That's going to give a more dominant advantage to the outside line now.
Now,
We've only got 4 trucks lined up on the inside line. They've got 6 on the outside.
think about the position somebody like a Kendall Paul is.
Exactly. I was just talking about that too. Kendall Paul started mid-pack, and now he's leading the outside line. And he's got a shot at going for a stage win tonight. And I mentioned as well, he's in the playoffs, so this is exactly what Kendall needs for tonight. He needs to be up front to score that win to lock himself into Phoenix.
Yeah,
As we got 3 to go here, and Kendall's looking for a run on the outside. It's just not coming. They got six or 7 trucks lined up on the outside, but that inside line is just stacked up more with those 4 trucks.
Can anybody help get that cart truck up there? You see that bottom lane? They're stacked up well together. Oh, we'll bump draft.
And they're coming back. Yep.
We were on board the truck there, and you saw the bump draft nearly go wrong. The 07 going to split it 3 wide. Here we go. That's old Pat O'Brien trying to move forward. Another playoff truck.
Stage 1, I was just mentioning as well. When do the moves start happening, and where do they come from? When there was a 4 truck lead on the inside line, I was questioning if one of the 2 trucks behind Williams was going to get a run, but it looks like it's going to come from the back of the pack.
Yeah,
You see the 7, he's working himself all the way up to the front behind the 15.
Kendall Paul right there as well, coming to lap 20. It'll be 1 to go in stage number 1. Look at the push on the bottom that Kyle Heath gave to Carlos Williams to clear that outside lane. I don't think Kyle Heath moves anywhere. Kyle Heath doesn't really need stage points all that badly. Kendall Paul needs it.
Truck down to the apron.
Here we go, 1 to go.
There's Kendall out to the lead. He can clear Williams right now. All he got to do is drop down. He's got it. But I don't think he's going to do it. And
3 wide, he lost his help.
They just stuck the 15 out to dry.
And that killed Kendall's run. Now down the back straightaway we go. Trucks 2 by 2 for the stage points.
They're shaking it up. They're shaking it up big time. There goes the 7 inside of their 3 wide. Going to turn 3.
Now remember that start-finish line way down here.
It is. It is. It's not like Daytona where it's in the middle of the triangle. They got to race another 100 yards or so.
Yes, it's gonna
if
be,
even that.
But look at Williams. He's got all the help in the world. Coming to the stage. Williams out front.
Stage winner.
Not working.
It's not working.
There it went.
There we go. Caution is out for stage 1.
Mine was delayed. It didn't throw it when it was supposed to, clearly.
So now we're stage in, and from what I saw, Williams has led every single lap. Does he effectively need to lead every lap and win the race? I mean, he's locked into Phoenix.
Get right.
Is he trying to prove a point to these other drivers? Like, hey, I'm here and I'm going to be at Phoenix?
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to do. And what we'll do here is we'll go to commercial. And when we come back, we'll be ready to go back racing.
Bullydog coffee is craft roasted in small batches with passion and purpose. Visit bullydogcoffeecompany.com and fetch some for yourself today. Bullydog coffee. Bold flavors for bold hearts.
All right. Giving a little pit road update as they came off of pit road. All right. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was having to click cautions in sim last Saturday during Vegas because I don't have a button.
All right, back here once again. Me and Jordan had to speak with race control as we get ready. 23 laps in, man. What a first stage it was here tonight.
It was some sketchy laps and some non-sketchy laps. It's just the main thing I was wondering about. Also got saying that you're still muted. Apparently.
No, I'm unmuted now.
Okay, there we go. But no, my main focus was when was the outside going to get the run that they needed to finally pass the inside, and they just couldn't get it done in time.
Yeah, and that's going to be the thing is trying to get that thing done. And, when we get down to this final laps here, it's going to be very interesting to see who does what where, right? We've seen at the end of that stage how when they went 3 wide, it just kind of killed the momentum. See what we got now.
Well, I can already tell you that Williams is making a statement tonight, being the dominant truck of the night, leading so far all 20 laps in stage 1.
Oh.
My question for Williams is, when does he end that statement? Because, I mean, he doesn't have to win. He doesn't have to lead all the laps. He can just show up and grab points.
Well, what he's doing is kind of reverse warfare, right? He's taking points away from other folks.
Right. He's playing he's trying to put the cards in his hand where he can kind of not choose who he wants in that final 4. He push somebody else that he wants to the win, to block somebody that he doesn't want. It's Talladega. Anything can happen, and anything will happen. I'm gonna shut my phone off because it's going off here.
It's going to be very interesting. 24-94 complete.
As the pace truck starts to make its left turn on the pit road, the hands is going to be back into Williams, and who else is this? on the front row. Looks like Kyle Heath in second. So front row, Claus Williams and Kyle Heath to take the green flag again, entering stage 2 at Talladega.
We go. Coming to green once again.
Green is back out. The outside line got a better start that time. It wasn't the inside line taking off. A 2-truck breakaway, but it's not going to be beneficial to them. They're going to get sucked back to that third truck.
Oh, boy.
Oh, come on. Keep it clean, boys. Here comes the outside making a run, trying to make a run. It's not going to be enough, though, because they got 2 trucks lined up with them. 3 trucks, now 4. And now 5. Where do you go and who do you choose?
That's it, right? Who do you choose?
That's a good question because, I mean, if Williams wanted to, he can go up right now and block that inside line or the outside line, but he risks losing the inside line, which is, from what I'm looking at, his most dominant line of the race. Right. And that's where he wants to be.
Vision time, right? What can you do as we take 3?
Now, as we're entering stage 2, 26 laps into this race, now is the time to where you decide if you want to be a little bit more aggressive and go for that top spot of the stage, and even get into the top 10 for stage points.
And to address the paint situation, that is a trading paints problem. We have refreshed multiple times. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, boy.
Yeah, because I had Owen in my DMs asking to refresh because somebody else was asking. Yeah, that's not an us issue. It's just a trading paints issue. They've been off the books for a couple of weeks now with their paints.
I think there's a patch coming for it sometime.
But don't look now. But the outside just got to run, and now they're sticking even with Williams. Now see, this is where roles kind of got flipped a little bit. That outside is a little bit more lined up than the inside, and they've got more trucks up there.
Yes, sir.
My blimp view here.
Right there as well. Kendall Paul trying to sneak through. But back to your point, how long does Qualls stay up here? Does he have anything to lose? Realistically, not. I mean, so what if he gets turned, right? It doesn't really matter.
He's locked into Phoenix. He doesn't have to worry about Homestead. He doesn't have to win tonight. He's just trying to make a statement saying, "Hey, I am fast, and I'm here to win this championship in a couple of weeks."
I mean, theoretically, he won't do this because I know him very well. But theoretically, he turned a lap, so he made the race. He could literally go to pit road and park it. Like, he doesn't have to be there.
You know, to your point, he can park it right now, and he won't lose a thing. But here comes the outside line, and the outside line has nobody in the playoffs. The inside line is the one that has all the playoff drivers in it. So, as a playoff driver, do you move to that outside line with it having it surges ahead?
Yes, and that's the thing. It surges just a little bit here.
As it's going to have another surge here, and that's going to be Kyle Heath taking a slightly ahead of Williams.
Right now, 29 on the board and 94. John Hooch is back here as well in line. Kendall Paul, Austin, right there in the top 10.
So with laps being count under caution, this is a bit of a shorter stint for stage 2, and we're already coming up to 12. Now 11 to go in stage 2.
Yeah, that is going to be the thing here. Like you said, 11 to go in this stage, you know, and there is so many decisions going to have to be made over the next 11 laps as your opportunities for points are dwindling rapidly. Because here's the thing, there can only be one winner here tonight.
There's only one first place finisher. There's only one. And then second place is first loser, as Dale Earnhardt Sr. used to say. Second place is just first loser.
Second place in this scenario really, depending, could matter, could not matter. Take a look at Kendall Paul, Pat O'Brien even coming in here dead last in the playoff standings. He needs to go out there and try to win this thing.
He does. He really does. And to my point, like I said, you've got 4 or 5 playoff drivers lined up on the inside line. So what do you do if you're a playoff driver and you see this outside line starting to pull ahead? You're stuck behind Claus Williams, so you can't really go anywhere. And you've got trucks on your outside with no opening, so you can't go anywhere else. So do you try to maybe line up and push Williams out front a little bit to maybe move to the outside?
And what happens if Claus Williams sweeps this round, right? There's one more race after this. He's already won one in this round. He could sweep it theoretically if he gets it done here at the wild card tonight.
He could, and don't take that out of account. Anybody can still win here, including Williams, who is already locked in. He can win tonight as we see the outside line get another surge, but it's not going to be enough to clear Williams.
Keith has help with Kirby. Kirby right there all over the tailgate, giving him a shove as hard as he can. But with 64 to go here tonight, again, stage coming up at lap 40. Amy better be happy at work. She might be stuck there a few extra minutes, allegedly. Because I don't see us being done by 10. Better love me.
So if you're David Dunwoody, what do you do? Since you're stuck behind Williams and he's already won stage 1 and he's led all but 3 laps tonight. Do you back up to the driver behind you and get the run and maybe move to the inside and take it 3 wide? Do you try to make a plan with another driver? What do you do in Dunwoody's situation?
I don't know. I have no idea what he does. Roscoe, the puppy, are you trying to chime in on this too? He's over here shaking his head. Was he supposed to go or stay? Like, you got to give us more than a shake of a head. Viewers at home can't understand that. Man, this pack's so tight together.
A big wiggle out of Dunwoody is he just had a push from third place driver. Can't really tell who that is right now.
That would be Kyle and Kirby would be the 2 lined up behind him. David Dunwoody, man, could he get a win and get Black Magic into the playoffs?
He could. He very well could, especially with Nico trying to make that accomplishment tonight. The outside line is clear of Williams. That first truck on the outside is clear now. As he does drop down, he's going to attempt to drop down, and now he takes the lead.
So Nico, in my mind, is a hired gun tonight. His objective: get the 04 up, or the 28 up there, get it done. Right? That's his objective.
He wants that walk-off win. Oh, there goes Williams down to the outside. He's looking to take that lead back, but that's going to put Dunwoody in second on the inside. And that kind of puts Williams in the disadvantage with that outside line not being as strong as the inside.
All right, I got a question for you.
All right.
You're Black Magic Racing. You got 2 trucks in the playoffs. You got Dunwoody and you got Pat O'Brien. Who do you send a hired gun to Nico to help? Because theoretically, David's higher up in the points, right? So Pat would need to win more. So do you send Nico to help Pat?
I would say put all the cards on the table. Help whoever is higher up in the running right now. If it's Dunwoody, send him up there to help Dunwoody. If it's O'Brien, send him up there to help O'Brien. I wouldn't say help whoever's higher off in the points, because right now it's a win and you're in.
Yes.
And if Dunwoody is in second and Nico just happens to be in third behind Dunwoody, I'd say that they would make a plan and vice versa with O'Brien.
I mean, you got Interstellar Esports. They've got Kendall Paul, John and James Hodgins there. 1 truck eligible. That's pretty easy. They're going to probably back Kendall here. But again, decisions that have to be made over the next, 60 laps from now with 5 to go in the stage. Mm-hmm. My mind goes to a lot of things when I look at this.
You have teammates, and then you don't have teammates. You can have teammates when you're out of the car. You can have teammates after the race, but in the playoffs especially, you can have a teammate that's not in the playoffs. But if you're all in the playoffs, I'd say it's go for it. That is not how it went in my head, but you got my gist.
Well, we'll hang on. 36 on the board of 94, and we're coming to 37 this time by. Stack up with David Dunwoody.
4 to go. Coming to 4 to go in stage 2. So that, as I was just fixing to say, when do you make the move if you're Dunwoody? And that, as I say that, he makes it to the outside, which puts him out in front. And could he drop down? He does drop down, which puts him in the lead now in stage 2, which is exactly where he needed to go. But to my point, here comes that outside line again with Williams trying to take control of the race again.
Yeah. That is going to be it. Telling you. Man. Dunwoody.
They're trying to go 3 wide back here, 3 rows back. And they're going to... Oh, there's a wreck.
Oh, my goodness.
2 cars wreck on the inside line. A hard hit on...
Wow. 37. And they worked their way through. Wow.
I'm surprised that wasn't a caution.
I am too.
That just changed a lot of stuff for the end of the stage. That's going to give everything that Dunwoody needs.
Well, that was interesting.
I'm curious as to if that involved a playoff driver.
They'll work their
And
way
it
through.
did. It did involve a playoff driver.
I think Kendall Paul was involved with that.
Who was that in the blue truck?
Oh, look at this. One truck on pit road smoking.
James Hodgson was involved in that wreck. He's the one who got squeezed into the wall.
Oh, man. That's just...
Know what?
John.
From what I see, though, no other playoff driver got involved.
Oh. But Dunwoody continuing to lead.
That's a shame for Hodgson. He was having a clean night tonight.
What do you do here?
If you're Dunwoody, try to keep them in line. If you're Dunwoody, to keep them back in single file. There's 3 cars on the outside, but there's 4, 5 on the inside. So the inside line's going to have a better advantage.
Right.
But, and see, I don't know how Williams' truck is going to react back in traffic for the first time tonight. Is he going to push? Is he going to just back off the 7? I don't know what he's going to do.
39 of 94 complete. We're coming to 1 to go in the stage this time by. This is going to be interesting. 1 lap to go in the stage this time.
And here comes the 07 of Pat. He's getting a run on the outside. He's got 1 to go here.
Can David Dunwoody hold on here? That's my magic question. Dunwoody, half a truck, full truck now. I think David's got a shot at hanging on here.
I think he does too for a stage win. And big wiggle out of O'Brien there. Here comes the inside line, though. They got 4 trucks even on both lanes, so it's going to be very close coming off of turn 4. He's up to the 21.
Very, very close
or
here.
the 12. No, 21. That's 21. I haven't looked at the stream a couple times to figure out the number.
Right, here we go. There's the
there
move.
goes 21.
Coming to the stripe.
But there's the push back on the inside. That's going to give it to Dunwoody.
At the stripe.
Dunwoody.
Wow.
That was a close finish. That was almost too close for David. What a stage finish.
What a job.
Job well done by David. He did exactly what he needed to do.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll be right back here as we get ready to go yet again.
Bullydog coffee is craft roasted in small batches, with passion and purpose. Visit bullydogcoffeecompany.com and fetch some for yourself today. Bullydog Coffee. Bold flavors for bold hearts.
All right, we are back here after I about made Jordan scream over here off air. Now he's got to get back focused to call a race. I love doing that to
Yep.
people.
I gotta get back focused next. We're about to go green.
Bullydog, I told you I worked on it, man. I had to do some janky to get that shit to work, but it's working.
Well, we had a little bit of of a shuffle on pit road. You got Kyle Heath leading, and come on, get me back to the front. Get me back to the
And
front here.
Wind right
Come
there
on.
as well.
Yep, you got Brandon Wynn and Kyle Heath on the front row as pace truck makes a hard left turn. And Claus Williams is back in third, so he's up front for the taking again.
I tell you what, folks, everybody, before we go green, give Jordan a hand in chat there, because he is doing this off with no broadcasting equipment whatsoever, and doing a pretty good job of commentating.
I'm just simply spectating and calling it how I see it.
The
The outside line got a bigger run this time, and Wynn takes the lead off the start.
as they work
So
their
a
way.
bit of a different strategy going into stage 3 with some of these other drivers. Now they're going into full aggression mode. Now it's time to get down because now they know that the win's coming.
Are we trying to say they're going into pit bull mode? Is that what we're saying? Hang on.
I think that's what we're starting to say.
Hang on, let me knock on the wall real quick, and I'll get my pit into pit bull mode, and we will show people what that means.
I just knocked on wood several times, hoping.
Right, Wind right there as well, continuing to lead. Wind out front over Kyle, 1 and 2 right now.
And don't look now, there's Dunwoody sitting back and forth. He just won the stage, and I think he's taking a bit of a conservative route going into stage 3. He got his points. He got what he needed to do. Now is when I think Dunwoody's trying to sit back and just take a breather. Still, 50 to go in this stage? Less than that, 40 to go?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. Kyle right there, Brandon out front leading. Wind hanging on, Kyle to P2. 45 and 94 complete here tonight. And what a race.
3-truck break. Go ahead.
You're fine. 3-truck breakaway, but what a race, man.
So far, so good. I'm not even going to say it. Not even going to mention it. But yeah, great race. We've had a lot of to discuss tonight. Where's that outside line going to come in? Who is going to make the first run? And that's still yet to be answered. We saw some surges out of the outside line. We saw some late moves come out of stage 2 that almost took a lot of drivers out of contention. We saw a late race crash. I hate to say it, but who was that got involved in that last wreck?
Hooch has been involved. They're out. Urick's out. Bollinger's out with blinking.
He got squeezed into the wall. I'm about to check and see who that was. James Hodgson, he's back in the running. He's the 5th truck on the outside. He was just involved in that wreck in stage 2. As now the outside line is moving down to the inside, that's just going to give more of an advantage to our leader tonight.
They're working their way through. Nice work here. Sean Williams hanging on as well. Take a look at Sean Williams in 5th. Don't forget, everybody, the AMA Mod Squad comes to town this November. We'll be kicking off our Mod Squad. That'll be coming up after the Truck Series ends. It'll be fun for that. Watch the Mod Squad go at it.
Go from Talladega down to a short track. What better thing can you get?
Of course, $5 to entry, $150 prize pool for the winner, 8-race season. All the action right here on Extreme Sim TV for the time being until I can get a company in here. Swagger right there as well. Ed Craven hanging on. Austin. 2 and 3 wide. Wonder how many truckers will come join us for the Mod Squad.
If you like short track and you also like trucks, I'd say quite a bit are going to come. You know what they say, if you build it, they will come. I'd say a lot of people are going to show up for that.
So we got to bug Owen, right? We got to bug Owen.
Yeah.
We got to get him in the Mod Squad.
Owen, are you up for modifieds? Come on, Owen. I know you want to.
David Dunwoody back there in line as well.
He's dropping back. Like I said, he's taking that conservative route. He just got his points. Not a time right now to risk it.
True. Kyle Heath. John Williams.
It's crazy how when two trucks took the lead, Kyle Heath and David Dunwoody, Claus Williams is nowhere to be seen up front. He's back in the pack and in traffic now for the first time tonight.
Owens, I got
in true traffic.
Owens, like, I don't know. I'd have to practice a lot. Well, you got about a month or so.
Hey, man, I'm about to practice for 24 hours of Daytona, so if I'm doing that, you got to practice for mods.
Kendall Paul right there, he'll split the difference as well. Look at Paul. We got a blinker.
Yep, blinker up front. That is Hodgson in the 88. Oh, and they're back in the wall and crash on the backstretch. 4-truck crash. Who was that? Stephen Kirby. Going to a chase view here. Yeah, he just squeezed whoever that was on the outside. And to my surprise, that didn't involve any playoff drivers, to my knowledge.
Well, the hired gun and Nico got obliterated.
Oh, no, not Nico.
Nico makes me think of Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's going back off of turn 3. Looks like Kirby just squeezed Nico on the outside, and that caught.
Nico must have left his life of crime behind and become a race car driver.
He probably did, and Nico needs to practice.
Yeah, he just got. I don't know if I'd thrown Nico or well. He got in the right rear quarter a tad as he tried to get to the top of the double zero, so that kind of tipped it off. And there we go. All right, I'm going to show a graph. Well, I think I got this. Graphic. So I go to do something and I don't. Production fails.
Uh-oh.
With Matt on Extreme Sim TV. Hi, Roscoe.
It's a new segment that we're bringing on, guys.
Yeah, it's called Production Fails with Matt. There it is. I'm a nerd. Here you go, guys, for all the Mod Squad guys while we're under yellow. Round 1 coming up November. That'll actually be adjusted probably back to the 10th and be a Friday night deal. The LA Coliseum, the Bull Ring. You see Sebring on there, the club version at Sebring. 5 flags coming up, as well as Martinsville, South Boston, Langley, and Kern County to round out the year. $5 entry fee, $150. Guaranteed. If we get 20 or more mods, that'll double. Think about that. $300 shot at over a $300 prize pool. For $5.
And that screams your name, man. That's the prize pool for you. If that doesn't intrigue you to run mods, I don't know what does.
And a trophy on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
That you already seen.
Mm-hmm. So looking at this now, they just had a brief pit road stint, but Corey Swagger, who we have not even talked about all night, is leading this now. You got Sean Anderson back in second, Claus Williams in third, and Austin Hund is back in fourth. He's the second playoff driver in contention for the night. So a bit of a shakeup when they made their pit road pit stops. So lap 52 of 94. I'm split. I'm still split.
Splitting hairs.
The inside line has a lot of surges, and the inside line has shown tonight that it's a more dominant line, but the outside line kind of has its moments, its brief moments of dominance with a few runs here and there. I'm just still split on where you would want to be coming to the checkered. I don't know if you want to be in third. I don't know if you want to be in fourth, and I don't know if you want to be in second, because that run can still come from anywhere, and it can come from any place, and you have no idea who is going to get that first push.
Yeah, that's the thing here. Who gets to push and where, and what big ones are yet to erupt here at Talladega.
Well, and who do you go with? I mean, who do you trust to give you that push?
Man, it's like this. It's kind of like speed dating. You go on a speed date. Me and you both know you've got experience with this. all right. Time for picking on somebody tonight.
Throw me under the bus, will ya?
I'm just gonna toss you under there. You know, you got the one girl, you got the other girl. They're both nice, and you're like, which one do I go with? Or guy if you're a girl, or anything, and then you're like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This one. That is Talladega in a nutshell.
It is. It really is. And when you choose that person, and this goes back to what you just mentioned, will it work out for the long run? Is it going to work out to that run to the checkered flag? Is that person that you chose to push you, or you push, is that going to work out to your best benefit to what you're trying to achieve here tonight?
Now, and Owen will say this, and I will agree with Owen here. Well, I'm betting Owen would agree with me. For you, probably not going to work out in the long run. It's probably going to crash and burn. Right, Owen? Right? See, this is pick on broadcaster night. Owen's going to stay quiet, ain't he? Owen ain't going to say anything. All right. Are you ready, buddy? Oh, we lost him. Ah, dang it, we lost him. Owen agreed. So which lane? I muted him. I muted Jordan. I'm not going to stay quiet on that one. Owen. Let's go. Hang on, we got to do something. Hang on, we will go crank it up. Oh no! Swagger! What in the Sam hell? I noticed him. What happened to Swagger? We can hold a race control here and find out. All right, we'll be back. Jordan had to step away a moment. We'll be back. Claus Williams right there as well. Working his way up front. Keith there in the mix also. Williams hanging on right now. And right now, Williams, the one truck missing the start there. Austin, Kyle, Mitchell hanging on. James Hodges continuing to lead. Austin. Right there in line again. He looked at the Geico restart zone and didn't go. Williams continuing to lead. Austin there as well. We'll get Jordan back here in just a moment. Technical issue over there. I'm talking to him now on Discord, trying to figure it out. Why is it muting him? Right now, everybody hanging on 2x2. 56 on the board. Jordan right there as well. $57 on the board. Kyle, couple more hanging on. Claus. Williams, side by side, stuck. This front pack of trucks just stuck like glue to one another. Brian, Mitchell, Claus, Williams there as well. Right now, everybody hanging on. 57 on the board, 94. Austin, right there as well. Mitchell. And hanging on as well, 58 on the board. Wynn trying to hold on with Williams and Mitchell. Oh man, Austin trying to sneak through. Williams right there in line on the bottom. Can Claus hang on with James? That bottom line trying to sneak forward. Williams. Chuck. At on. Austin there as well. 59 complete. Chuck right there as well. Head. Wind. Hole in the line. 59 to 64 complete. So right now, everybody trying to hang on in this pack of trucks that are 2x2. There's Hodgins out there as well. Hodges hanging on. And Hodges make a move late here at Talladega. There'll be late movements here. 60 and 94 complete. Austin continuing to lead. Right now, Austin out front of everyone else. This little pack of 5-6 trucks got broke up on the start. Kendall Paul trying to get himself locked into the playoffs. All right now. Austin. James. Austin hanging on. Right now, Austin continues to lead. Field right now stacked up with William. But right now, this front three packs. James, Pauls, Austin. Mitchell, Pauls, Williams, Austin right there as well as they work their way through. 63 and 94 complete. Williams hanging on. James Hodges, Mitchell right there in the mix also. Austin trying to sneak through. Austin hanging on right now, continuing to lead alongside the 23 of Mitchell. Paul's Williams right there in the low line as well. Yeah, right back at you. Still continuing to hang on. Austin alongside. Austin, Mitchell, James right there in the front pack also. These trucks nose to tail right now, 65 on the board. It'll be 30 laps to go here tonight. Sean Williams holding tight also. Hodgins, Austin right there as well. So this front pack 2x2x2. And to Jordan's point earlier, who do you pick up here late in the going here with 30 laps to go? You're running out of time. Decision time here at Talladega. Man, oh man, right now, Austin trying to hold the bottom. How big would it be for him to get the win here tonight? Lock himself in the playoffs. Kendall Paul, the same spot here. Williams really the only truck in the top 5 that it doesn't matter for. Everybody hanging on. There is Keith, Kendall Paul, multiple trucks hanging tight right now. 65 of 94 complete. 65 complete of 94. Field continuing to hang on as we run at the moment. So again, decision time's late. These two packs, though, right now kind of convinced with one another. Stay right in line. They're doing a good job keeping it clean for now. But as this race wears on, what happens when we get to the end of this thing? Decisions will have to be made here at some point. We made it 66 laps here tonight. Again, Kendall Paul gets moved up the hill just a little bit. He'll hang on. One, 8, 4. Right now, 66 on the board of 94. You see trucks that are out of this one, but right now, this front pack still battling for what will be a playoff berth. So right now, set at 67 on the board. Top side, gonna try to get clear. Everybody hanging on. Again, 67 94. 7 on the board right now. Austin continuing to lead right now. 7 on the board. What can you do? decisions here. The field continuing to work through here. Austin able to jump out in front. Man, oh man. Hodgins. John Williams right there as well. Right now, everybody continuing to hold tight. Back single file, maybe headed pit road soon. But right now, trucks holding tight here. 69 on the board. John right there. What can you do here late? Corey Swagger. The trucks back here in the line. Sean Williams. But pretty much everybody single file once again. Austin and Wynn there as well. Again. Everybody continuing to do what they can do. See it right now. Wind, Austin, Wind there as well. But right now, single file, Wind, Williams. Everybody holding serve right now. What do you do here late? Oh, man. Single file, waiting for the kind of pit road stops to hit off here tonight. Getting late in the going here. '71. So right here, you got to start looking at pit road, knowing you're probably going to come to pit road here in the next 5 laps. 30 laps. Man, oh man, here we go. See a couple of trucks tail of the field. Right there. So now, how do you get on pit road the most effectively and easiest without causing yourself a problem? You got to come down with help. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble. Here we go. '72, '94, complete. Guys will start easing their way down. David Dunwoody back here 1 lap down. You see Bullydog talking to him, cheering him on here tonight. Can this work out here? Williams up to 3rd. Brendan Wind. Kendall Paul already on off of pit road with help. 2-truck draft there. Don't know if that's enough. So again, coming towards the end of this one. '74 on the board. So watching this front group getting ready to come to pit road at some point. Cars to pit road. Here we go. Better brake lock up. They'll make it work. And again, they'll hit pit road here. Oh, man. See, Williams, that may be a speeding penalty for Williams. He'll exit pit road here. Right behind Austin.
There we go. Now I think I'm back.
Oh, thank God. He's back.
My internet decided to go take a poop on me.
At the worst possible moment.
I know. What I missed. Catch me back up, please.
Well, other than me roasting you, pit stops. Ran up front leading. So we just got off pit road. Folks,
all right.
we promise we'll get your internet situated here at some point. Promise. That's a new goal.
Yeah.
Everybody working their way through here as we work our way through. Owen's like, I was right. Yes, Owen, you were right. Wind out front leading.
Yep, I'm back. I am back.
Yeah, look at your Discord DMs. It's
Yeah.
great.
I saw.
20 to go. Wind continuing to lead. I thought you might have fell asleep on us. That'd been hilarious. Then we'd have to get some Bullydog coffee for you.
I might actually have to give me some of that.
There we go. Big push up top. Kendall Paul. Whoa, hello. They went down as a kind of synchronized swimming to the bottom. Well, we're down to the final 20 here at the Talladega Audi VMS Speedway. Trucks working their way through. Paul back to 7th. Wind leading right now. 19 laps to go. Should we start playing that song, the final copyright down?
I think we should. Inside 20 to go now. Now's the time that you would want to start pushing, making your moves, try to get towards the front. At the same time, kind of be careful about it and be straightforward about what you're trying to do, because one wrong move and they could strike that big one.
Let's see what we got here. I don't think these are built to swim, especially not synchronized. Well, that's
No.
going. 18 to go this time by.
90% loaded back in. Almost there. There we go. Now I'm back in. Oh, and look at that. I got paint schemes.
Woohoo! Hodgins right there as well. Williams, here comes Claus. And what? Look at this. Claus is helping Austin back here in 8th. They're off the front pack, but that might be the best spot for them right now.
There's a wreck.
Oh, no.
There's a wreck.
Oh, baloney sandwiches. Oh,
That was just not good. That is not what these guys wanted to see.
that's true. Oh, sure. Oh.
I gotta exit one more time to fix my iRacing.
Oh, you're fine.
I got time now.
Yeah, you got plenty of time now. We just took out a ton of trucks.
Oh no.
Driver radio and race control radio being scared by drivers. So we'll be right back here in the booth in just a moment, everyone.
Bullydog coffee is craft roasted in small batches, with passion and purpose. Visit bullydogcoffeecompany.com and fetch some for yourself today. Bullydog Coffee. Bold flavors for bold hearts.
And we're back as our broadcast partner is currently over there dying from jokes all over.
All right, get
Oh,
professional now, Jordan. Get professional.
what company do you think you're working for that's remotely professional? This is the most non-professional. I've been called in the past the most unprofessional broadcaster ever.
Whew, all right. Whew.
Oh, you could have to tell Owen that one whenever you
Oh,
talk to him.
that was good.
Poor Owen couldn't be a part of it.
I'll have to tell him off stream what that was.
So Paul,
Oh
right
man,
now,
all right.
think about this: this '78 truck, thinking he may be able to get a win, first win of the year here, but come at Talladega, can he do it? I've jinxed him every time I've said that.
Well, you got to think of risk versus reward. You're sitting in fourth, and that you can barely taste victory right there in front of you. I mean, you got 3 trucks that you got to pass, and you can taste the victory with just, 15, 14 laps to go in the race. It's right there. I think for Kendall, you got to take a more patient approach to these last 14 laps in the race and let it come to you, but at the same time, push your way to the front and try to get there.
All right, back here as we work our way through.
Don't give him the old jinx now.
Exactly. Wind to the lead here.
So now you're telling yourself this about Kendall Paul, but you got to look at James Hodgson too. You know, he was involved in an earlier wreck, and he looks like he got his damage fixed. But you know, do you do the same thing if you're Kendall Paul? I don't know the points scenario with James, and I know that going into this race, Kendall was negative 51 out.
Yes.
So again, I don't know where James stands in the standings right now, but if you're James, do you do the same thing that maybe Kendall's trying to do, or do you even work together to get past
I think
your 2 leaders who aren't even in the playoffs?
Here we go. We're coming to green here. 14 to go in the AMA Truck Series at Talladega. The Rumble.
And James is looking to go to the outside, jump up in front of Kendall, which is exactly what Kendall wants. He wants that playoff help. He doesn't want to be pushing a non-playoff driver.
And he's got Austin right there behind him and David Dunwoody right there as well. So we got playoff trucks all in the outside line. David right there. Bullydog Coffee said it earlier. Anything can happen. Well, right now he's back on the lead lap and going for it. And David Dunwoody to 9th.
Get on Dunwoody here.
David Dunwoody trying to move that truck forward.
The entire outside line now has done nothing but playoff trucks as that lead truck just dropped down to the bottom. So now, if you're all 4 of these playoff trucks, do you group up together to try and maybe push past all of these trucks?
I think you do.
Or-
I think that's exactly
and
what. Look at this.
As I'm saying that now, Williams is looking up front, and here comes Dunwoody. He
3-1.
makes contact with the 21. He door slammed the 21.
Dunwoody trying to get behind Kendall here. 13 to go. Gonna get
Every
dicey.
position matters, as what Dunwoody just tried to prove to us. He is working his way to the front, and here comes Williams trying to take that lead back now. 5 playoff trucks on the top side here at Talladega with less than 15 to go.
David Dunwoody in the me truck trying to me my way to the front of the field here at Talladega.
Look at that. 6 trucks on the outside line. One of them is already locked in, and he got that 7 truck on the bottom.
I mean, Claw's up there leading that outside line right now, trying to hold them at bay. He knows what to do here at a place like Talladega, Alabama. This is going to come down to the final laps here in Talladega. Man, look at every truck on the outside line with a green playoff banner.
With the exception of that 7 truck, I don't think he wants to go to the outside because they know that his competition is up there. But, I mean, that is just phenomenal to see that all of the playoff trucks are on the top side trying to work together to get to the front. I've never seen this at Talladega. I've never seen it in real life, and I've never seen it on iRacing before.
It's helpeth y'all enemy. Right?
Yeah.
Keep your friends close,
exactly.
but your enemies closer. That's exactly what they're doing right now.
Well, as we say that, Dunwoody just took another position as he's looking to take another one on Kendall, but he got the door slammed on him.
I mean, that was a string hair from being a wreck.
He doing it again. He just, come on, boys.
Holy. Do you want to talk about
Dunwoody
muscling?
is making a statement here.
And Kendall.
And Kendall got left out to dry. Kendall's to the back. To the back he goes. He's got to get back in line if he wants to keep this draft.
Kendall just got left holding a paper bag.
This is a blinker mid-pack. It looks to be I don't know what truck that was. He was a playoff driver.
Kendall, I think, is thinking, let me get out of this swarm right quick.
Oh!
Whoa.
Big slide out of the 21. I couldn't tell who that was at first.
Here comes Dunwoody. He's peeking down low again, trying to make it 3 again.
It's because
He's
you know
there.
what they're doing. There he goes!
Mr. Middle Lane.
Oh, my Lord. 3 wide, and they're squeezing the 28.
This ain't going to work, boys.
Oh,
no.
There they go.
Paul in the outside wall. Dunwoody in the outside wall.
And there is the big one that we've been talking about all night.
He tried it multiple times, and eventually Williams going to get pounded.
Well, and you know why he was taking that run, though, is because they were leaving that middle line open, which gave the room for Dunwoody to take it. You know, he did it twice before and it worked, and third time was just not his charmer. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you for leaving it open. And that third time, it just did not work. But to his advantage, though, he is now the leading playoff driver.
Look at this. No room at all for Dunwoody to get in there.
None at all. I mean, they squeezed him. He took his chance, and he took it, but they squeezed him going into the turn 1.
Oh. Man.
Or trioval, I mean.
3 playoff trucks in the outside wall. Paul gets a piece of it.
Oh, man.
Austin on the
Would
bottom.
you call that unnecessary, though?
I mean, there was no room in my opinion, and that's just my opinion. More wrecking on the bottom. Take a look at the 7 getting a piece of it. I mean, pretty much.
Dunwoody is doing what he needs to do, and that's make up as many positions as he can to get towards the front to even have a remote chance at the win. But to other drivers, did you feel like that was maybe just a little bit too far on the aggressive side?
I mean,
because you see that he makes first contact with a 23, and that's what started all of this. There was just no air on that 23, and it sucked him up to the 28.
Now what?
I mean,
on pit road. Claus Williams out of this one.
But he has nothing to lose,
I mean,
and that's
the golden ticket.
Yep, he got it last week at Bristol. Unfortunately, I was not there for that one, although I wish I was, because that seemed like it was a really good race. I mean, Williams got some air on that too. He hit the wall and he just went up. I'm concerned about Kendall though. If he got involved too, this is a must-win for Kendall.
And he's got a little bit of right side damage, but he didn't get it that hard. He got up against the fence as the wreck was happening.
He didn't get involved though. He hit nobody. He's clean and clear.
A couple laps before, I made the comment he was going back because he felt something, and there it happened. And with 8 to go in the AMA Truck Series from Talladega, it is go time for the playoffs, and we saw it happen right there.
You got to take a look at who else is in this too. You got Pat O'Brien up there. You got the 15 of Austin Hund. As we just mentioned, Kendall Paul is up there too. So you got four playoff drivers still in the taking for this win.
You know what makes me nervous, right? Now as an AMA official / AMA owner, I have a feeling I'm going to be pulling some drivers apart in the big red hauler, throwing blows at one another.
Yep.
8 to go.
Tensions rising late in the playoff race at Talladega. As Matt just mentioned, 8 to go. So we've had that big wreck that everyone always fears when you come to Talladega. Are we done wrecking?
No, we're not done, because here's the thing. The me truck, David, he is going to be as aggressive as he needs to be to get a win.
Exactly. And he's in second right now as you know, I think we're coming to 1 to go. He did the work. Nope, take that back. He pits.
He went.
As I say that he did the work. Now he's got to redo everything that he just did and try not to, mirror what he just caused. Because I hate to call you out, David, but you did cause that wreck, man. And I hate that being an announcer calling the driver out. But we as an announcer like that, we call it how we see it.
See, my man.
We got to call it how we see it. And the 28 was a little bit aggressive, and he caused that wreck. So now that leaves Austin Hund with Kendall Paul being the top 2 playoff drivers in this, and as well as the 07 of Pat O'Brien. So you got 4 playoff drivers right there for the taking.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we'll see. You see those green banners lined up and ready to rock and roll. Here trying to finish this one out tonight from Talladega, Alabama. Paul's Williams out of this one. A dominant truck here tonight. Looking out in the most recent yellow.
You look on the front of that 7 truck of Pat O'Brien, he does have a little bit of front end damage.
Yep, just a scotch. That's not going to help. So
Go ahead.
Who in chat is ready for the final 8 laps of the AMA American Motorsports Association Truck Series from Talladega? Get on your feet. Get your cold ones ready to go. This is going to be a good one, man.
It is. It's going to be a great one. As Owen just mentioned, these trucks are fragile. Now, the trucks had a major overhaul in one of these updates in the past couple of months. These trucks are now not as fragile as they used to be, but they can still be knocked out with just the slightest hit.
All right, ready to go, green. Here we go.
Bullydog talking about let's bring it. What are they, single file for the restart?
Nope.
Oh, I'm still on replay.
Nope, double file. You're fine. I made that mistake before. Double file.
There we go.
Wind with some help. Kendall Paul right there at the 49 on the top. 7 to go. Keep an eye on the show of the race. David Dunwoody. Don't count him out. In one corner, he's going to the bottom.
He leaves that 15 out to dry. He's going for the lead. He wants that lead.
Watch that WO line. You cannot go below that to gain position. Paul going to get really left out to dry. 3 wide behind him with Austin. Man.
Now my question is, where does the run come from? Because that outside line is too far back, and I don't think that they'll have enough time to make up enough ground. That I think you got to get single file and let it all play out, and then try to find your buddy to drop down with you.
Well, the wild card here is David, because you know he's not going to stay in line behind Brandon Wind.
No, he doesn't want to stay in line. He wants to be in front of everybody else.
This man driving like a madman tonight.
Yeah, he's driving like Ricky Bobby. He wants to go fast, and he is sure going fast.
21 good run down the back. Top lane starting to surge back.
There, get some trucks back up there. As a
Wind up the block.
Oh, there he goes. That's the move that Dunwoody needed.
Oh, and Wrecker behind him.
They're going to take a 3 wide too.
The 7th pole saved it
clean. He's still driving that truck. Oh, he's spinning off a 4. He saved it though. He kept it straight.
O'Brien back there. Here we go. Now, David Dunwoody to the race lead at Talladega.
I'm sorry, but if you're Dunwoody, you've got everything working against you being in the lead. Especially this late in the race after causing a wreck like that. You have everything working against you. You're not going to have anybody that is going to want to go with you. So right now, he's working all by himself.
Look at the 33. Right
there. He left the top side open.
That was a mistake.
He left the top side open. I told you, he had everything going against him.
And they're going to put him on the conveyor belt. He out of here for now. Now Kyle to the race lead. Jumps to the bottom. Austin right there as well. Oh, boy. 2 and 3 wide at the front of this field. Kyle.
Oh, and here comes Dunwoody back again on the outside. He's side-dressing all these trucks.
Lap down. We've got lap down trucks up in this front pack as well.
Oh, that 15 and that. So I don't know what truck that is. He threaded the needle getting back in front of him.
So the 21 is your leader. Austin in second. The 41 of Wind is in third. He's back there alongside the 18, who is not even on the lead lap right now. Holy moly.
Dunwood is pushing that 41 back out to the front. He wants to get the lead back. He knew he made a mistake, and he's going to try and fix what he
exactly. Wind with help.
Oh, and they're making that outside work like a dream. I mean, they're zooming now. The question is, when does Dunwoody make his move again to get back in front of everybody? And that, as I say that, he moves to the inside. Gonna give that 41 a push into turn 1. Now, with my experience driving these trucks, you don't want to push hard. You can tap, you can bump, but you don't want to lock on in the corners because that can cause a wreck.
Yeah, exactly.
I speak from experience.
The 15 of Austin, big run coming. Who is it going to be? We're going to come to 2 to go. Look at David Dunwoody trying to push Wind out, clear the pack to set himself up. 2 laps to go this time by 2 fingers in the air at the stripe right now. 2 laps to go.
If you're Dunwoody, you want it back up to the 15 to have him maybe push you. And too late now.
Look at the run, Austin on the top. Austin's got no help. That's a lap down truck directly behind Austin. Dunwoody latched to the back bumper of the 41.
But with that lap truck that Austin has, that means that he has nothing else to lose with him pushing. He's not going to lose a position if that lap truck gets around him.
Do they make it back to the stripe? Oh, Austin blinks out.
Blink out of Austin.
Oh, that could be big. He's back.
He's back.
Oh, they got to go. They don't have a choice. Trouble.
Oh, there goes Dunwoody.
Lap traffic.
Oh, that just ruined everything.
Lap traffic. Oh, no.
Oh, we're going to have a fight tonight for sure. Wow, this is going to put us into overtime. Wow, oh, wow. Oh, I feel for Dunwoody. I've had that happen so many times. You know, you think that you can taste victory It's right there, and you're going for the win, and a lap truck just takes you out.
Well, was the blinking an issue though?
I think it had a lot to play with that. I got to go back and
Oh
view the replay. I
man,
haven't even seen it yet, but I think that blinking out of Austin did take it played a role in that.
David Dunwoody is going to be livid right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's the blink out of. And you can tell the lap truck reacted to his blinking. I wouldn't even say the blinking caused it. Hang on, get a better look at this. And again, I'm calling it as I see it, but it looks like the 33 of Corey Swagger made contact with that lap truck first, and which sent him down into the 28. And from there, it was just he was along for the ride. I'm on his nose cam.
David Dunwoody, Matt in the booth, you got a copy?
What's up, Matt?
You put on one hell of a show out there tonight, buddy.
That was the only plan. Like I said last week, win it or wreck.
Well, unfortunately, it ended up on the wreck end of it.
Definitely.
Well, man, what's your thoughts going to Homestead? You got one more shot to get in the Final Four.
I hope winning stage 2 was good enough for some points, but we definitely have to go try to win that race now.
Yes, sir, man. Best of luck to you going forward, David.
Yep, thank you, Matt.
There we go, David Dunwoody involved.
Driver sitting on pit road. Corey Swagger.
All right, green, white checkers. Here we go.
You said it. We're not done wrecking. I gotta assume that there's at least one more wreck in the bank for tonight. It could still come at any moment. And update me on how the green, white checkers work. Do we have unlimited? Do we have one?
I do believe we have 3.
3 attempts. All right. So to my knowledge, if we still have those 3 attempts, we are not done wrecking by no means. And if we take that white flag, it's over. It's over. Just got to make it back to that white flag.
Yeah, everybody's got to be ready on their buttons here because this is going to be a crazy finish. What's already been a really nuts night.
It has been. And looking at the playoff field with who is left here, there's not that many. I only see 3 right now stacked up in the lineup right now. You got the 15 of Austin Hund, the 88 of James Hodgson, and don't count out that lonesome driver in the 78. I think he's got a little bit of damage, but Kendall is there. Never mind. To my nope. Retract that statement. He's clean. He's got a clean truck.
Austin win. You take a look at who's left that could get themselves in. It means a lot for these playoff drivers if they can pull it off. Man.
And right now, looking at what I'm seeing, you got more non-playoff drivers up there right now than you do playoff. As we see the 7 of Pat O'Brien rejoining us, he's got damage, but by no means not out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So lights will go off, and here we go.
We stack 2 by 2. We got 2 laps to do this. 2 laps. I want to know your personal opinion, Matt. Out of these playoff drivers, who do you think has the best shot to come home with the win?
I think Austin.
Really, Austin.
Austin.
And I'm going to ask you now, why do you say Austin?
He's got the track position. What little bit of position it is. Going to restart on that outside lane with help. Man, I think Austin's got the best shot.
All right. I like a good underdog story. I really do. And with the moves that we have seen tonight, with how quickly you can get back up to the front, I think I'm gonna go with the underdog of Kendall. And I'm not being biased because he is a part of the ownership of the league. I'm saying, actually, is he director?
Yes, he is director. He is director.
Okay, all right, director then. Well, I don't know how that falls into that category, but
co-owner / director. Yes.
All right, co-owner. There we go. So a part of a part ownership in it. I like the underdog story of Kendall.
Here we go.
So we're gonna come back down for 2 laps to go when we go back green. Come around one more time to hit the white flag, and once you take that white flag, it's over, Matt. So
Exactly.
I gotta ask one more time: Are we done wrecking?
I don't think so, but here we go. Green banners and all coming to green. Green, white, checkered. Here we go. Buckle up, race fans.
Hold those belts tight one last time, drivers. It ain't over. Green is back out.
Bottom lane rolls a bit better.
Yep.
All
But
right.
you saw Kendall though. He dropped at the bottom as soon as he could. He's the 3rd truck on the inside.
Gotta get. He's gonna try to get alongside Austin.
You mentioned track position. I told you it can come from anywhere. We're coming off of turn 2, halfway. Got a lap and a half to go at Talladega.
I still think Austin had a good position, but the problem is he didn't have help right with him. Now,
Got inside. Go ahead.
finally, he's got help though. It took a minute.
It did. But to your point, though, that inside has got a lot more trucks than that outside line, and it's not going to play to their benefit. It's not going to play to how they want it to go unless they just side draft the crap
Look
out of every
at
single truck.
Kendall.
And there goes Kendall to the outside.
He took Austin. Here we go, coming to the white flag. If we make it to the strike,
All or nothing. It is all or nothing, boys. Come on, make it round one more time.
White flag in the air. Here comes Kendall Paul. He's got help. The 41 to win on the bottom. Through 1 and 2.
I just don't know about those 2 leading trucks, though. You got to be with those trucks. Here comes Kendall. He's looking for the lead. Where is he going to take it, though, once he gets past that 41?
Does he go to the bottom or does he stay? He's not clear yet.
They're
Austin.
dead even going into 3.
He's got help up there.
We're setting up for one of those famous photo finishes at Talladega.
Here we go. Out of turn 4. Wind. Austin. Austin
He's
on
got
the
the
back
run.
bumper of Kendall. Kendall, not
15's
enough.
got to get to him.
Oh,
He's blocked,
block.
and that's not what you want.
Block again. Now the bottom of Wind. Wind going to hold on. Battle now for second. And contact and Wind.
Oh, Kendall got second.
Nice job. But it's Brandon Wind getting a dub here tonight, and Kendall Paul.
I mean, that was I got to look at how close that finish was, because that was close between Kendall and the 21. I mean, they were nose to nose, and then Kendall kind of gives him that shove.
Oh, what a great job. Great finish. Coming to
Wow.
the checkered flag. And I mean by a nose for second. Wind scores the victory. But look at that for second. It goes to Kendall Paul. Wow.
I mean, Kendall did what he needed to do.
And
Got
it's
second,
finally
but
over.
it was not enough, because Brandon Wind got the win here tonight at Talladega, the non-playoff truck tonight. And we mentioned it. We said it could happen. A non-playoff driver could win tonight.
Brandon Wind, Matt in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, you played playoff spoiler here tonight and getting the win at Talladega.
I've been waiting too long for this win. I've tried so hard at all these other tracks. I've been waiting for this track all season to get this win.
Well, you've got one, buddy. Great job.
Thanks.
What'd you think? You had them all over behind you, man, coming to the end. What was your thoughts?
I was just hoping that the 21 would just lock onto my bumper and push me all the way, which he did. And thanks to him for pushing me all the way. And Kendall put up a great fight on the outside. But that was a really good race.
But again, man, what a way to get your first win.
Thanks.
Man, I think he's about speechless. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Really, I gotta give a shout out to my best friend Maxim Wayback and Sean Urich. Yeah, Sean wrecked out early in the race. I think he would have had a chance, and Max, he couldn't make it today, but I know he's been trying. He's been trying really hard to get a second win, but I got a second win for our team.
Great job. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
Wow, what a battle here tonight. And what was
Amazing.
crazy, man.
I don't think you could ask for a better finish at Talladega.
I'm happy with what we saw tonight, bud.
I am too. I'm very, very happy. You know, we saw, unfortunately, a lot of wrecks, and, you know, we got to see a driver get their first win.
Congrats, Brandon. Man. All right. Kendall Paul, Matt in the booth, you got a copy.
I got you, man. How's it going?
How's that? P2 here tonight, my man.
I mean, I wasn't expecting being here, and there's a lot of wrecks that kind of shouldn't happen. But I mean, yeah, I'm happy with P2. I mean, I knew I probably wasn't going to get wind by myself, and I know Austin was trying to go for the win, so I had to walk. And that's the only way for us from the playoffs was it's either to win here, and I saw that instant in that race was I wasn't going to catch wind at all, so I decided to go blocking with Austin and keeping him behind me, so it prevents him winning and locking himself in. But yeah, P2 again tonight. It was a fast Rogue Energy Chevrolet Interstellar machine.
Nice job. Again, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, and I'd like to give a shout out to you guys for broadcasting, and shout out to everybody that's joined recently, and then big shout out to James and John tonight. They did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, John got taken out early on, but all the Interstellar guys did an amazing job today.
Well, think about this, man. Think about this before we go off the air. The first race under the AMA banner, and you're gonna come home in P2.
Oh yeah, it's special, and I mean I wasn't even thinking about I didn't even know if I was gonna make this race, and I mean came in to this race without doing practice, did the 2 laps of qualifying, but didn't get any time to practice with the teammates pushing. But I mean, us three did an amazing job.
You had 93 laps to practice that, and it set you up for a second place finish, though. Oh yeah, I wouldn't call for anything worse.
Oh, no, not at all. Like I said, I don't know if there's anything else we could have done. I needed somebody to push me to get around wind, and that's the only way I was going to get the big run enough to get around wind. But
I was rooting for you, too. I said, Matt, we're going to have an underdog story tonight. Kendall's going to get it, and you came up just one position short.
One position short. I think this is like the 5th second place finish for the 78 Chevrolet, where we get so close. I've been telling, especially Matt and some of the other guys that have been having a Martin Truex here like he had last year. It's so close, but can't get it done. But
you
I'm
mentioned
still
Martin
happy with
Truex. You mentioned Martin, and you're also driving the 78, so
heck yeah.
Going back to those last 2 laps, after the caution, was there anything else that you maybe could have done to kind of better your track position?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, Austin was looking for a win. That's pretty much what he's in the position of where he has to win, and he's in. So I knew going in that he wasn't going to work with me towards the final lap. So I was trying to clear wind as best as I could to get around him. That's the only way I could have got a win, but I don't think, to me, I have no regrets going for these last 2 laps. I think we did all that we could going in, and came.
Well, as the old saying says at Talladega, once the white flag comes, the gloves are off.
Oh yeah, everybody for themselves.
Right. But nonetheless, a great finish by Kendall tonight, coming home in 2nd place. Good job, buddy.
Thank you. You guys for broadcasting. It's what I've been hearing so far. It's been really good.
All right.
For me, for my first AMN race, it's been pretty good too. It's a little internet problem.
That's good to hear.
All right, buddy. We'll holler at you later, boss man.
Yep. Let's see you later.
All right. Kyle coming on 3rd. Kyle, Matt in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I sure do. You got a copy here?
I got a copy, buddy. Well, again, great war there tonight, coming home 3rd. How do you feel?
Tired, wore out, to say the least.
Tired, wore out, you're hurt, you don't feel good. Ready to go to bed.
Well, not really ready to go to bed. I might enjoy the rest of my night breaking a few cold ones down.
Well, what do you
Back to
think?
go to bed.
What do you think, man? You came across the stripe right behind all the chaos and insanity, man.
Well, I was part of some parts of some sort of chaos. I got involved. It was around after lap 50 somewhere there. I can't exactly remember where. There was a big chaos, and I ended up getting involved. I had like a little over 4 minutes worth of damage, and through that caution and two other cautions, I was able to come in and fix all my damage. And my car was fast, but I didn't have the speed being in the lead because I did get a lead. I forgot when it was, and I could just tell like when the air hit my truck, it just slowed everybody down. They was able to get around me. So my next best thing was just stay behind somebody, and that's what I did. I stayed behind Win and couldn't really do nothing. If I could have got up high to try to get around him, I would have, but there wasn't no sense in even pushing that envelope. And because I knew Kendall was right there, Austin was right there behind him. So, I mean, I don't want to screw up any playoff drivers. So I let them battle it out, let them do what they had to do.
Well, man, it was an epic battle. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. I know you had fun out there. And I know Jordan's got something for you here. Jordan, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, you got shoved down by the 78, and you mentioned that you didn't really want to move up high and risk being let out to dry. But had that situation worked, do you think that you maybe would have taken it up high in front of Kendall, because they had a stellar run coming off of turn 2 down the back?
Yeah, I would have, but I just knew my truck wasn't able to handle that speed with my nose damage I had. So there wasn't no sense in even trying to do a stupid move. I've seen that happen plenty of times. People make stupid moves, and tonight just, especially at the end, there wasn't no sense in it. I mean, I didn't want to be the reason of a caution or
Understandable.
playoff driver crashing. You know,
Understandable. Yeah, but you saw a lot of playoff drivers taken out tonight, and just so happened to be you three up front going for the win. I know you said your truck had damage, but going back to those last 2 laps, and I asked Kendall this, and I know I just asked this question again, but anything that you maybe could have done to try and get around them coming to the line?
well, I mean, I was more or less watching my rearview mirror and my side. If I would have seen the opening where my car probably would have squeezed in, you know, to get beside Brandon Wind, I probably would have to slowed him down to kind of get an extra spot. But I mean, it everybody was so close. I mean, side drafting is a major role, especially in super speedway racing. So
Yeah.
there was
To me,
no hole that opened up really for me to even try to do anything.
well,
And
and
that
from my
that
view, it
last
looked like
lap,
you had second all but locked up, and then Kendall gave you that little nudge at the line.
yeah. Well, I mean that was coming to the checkered right there, so there wasn't nothing really I could do. I
Right,
mean,
of course.
but that whole last lap, I was basically behind Brandon Wynn the whole time. I didn't let off at all. My temperature gauges was pegged whenever we crossed the line. So
Oh
I mean,
Lord.
yeah,
kind of take what you got now, I guess, huh?
yeah. Throughout the whole race, it was good. I mean, I stayed behind Klaus Williams for the longest time. Um, we,
I think
I
everybody
mean,
else did.
we were banging down there on the bottom for the longest time throughout the race. Once we got 1 and 2, I mean, it was very hard for somebody on the outside of it to actually get position. And if they did get position, they couldn't really drop down low.
Right. Well, that's all I got for you. Is there anybody else that you want to thank, and anybody else you want to shout out?
Well, hell yeah. I mean, I want to give a big shout out to this league, accepting me about a month or so ago. I've actually got one win with this league, which is pretty cool. It took me a couple races. I was able to get a win. Big shout out to them putting on the broadcast. I mean, you guys, Matt, I'm able to kind of bullcrap with him. I think it was the last night we did for a little while, which was pretty cool.
Yes,
You
sir.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on. It was Interstellar, and that was AMA. I mean, I think that's a good way of going. Something else going on. I'm giving a big shout out to my wife. She's somewhere in the house, and She keeps his household together, and she sponsored my truck, and I
There
mean,
you go.
yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I mean,
More importantly, she lets you run fake cars around the fake track.
Yep.
well, hell yeah. I mean, this is my world away from the world, basically.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. As we all know, I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for saying fake cars and yeah, I'm gonna get roasted.
Yeah.
Oh no, man, these are real cars, real tires, real fuel. We just ain't got to pay that kind of money for it. We just got to pay just a little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about, but last year for the Daytona 500, I ran with a helmet on the whole 9 yards as a joke. It got really hot really quick.
Well, I ain't going that far. I got me some racing gloves. That's about it, and some racing socks. But I ain't going that far.
I had a helmet, a sock, the whole 9 yards.
Man, if
Somebody
you,
out there that races in an actual fire suit.
yeah, I was about to say if you want to go balls out, put a fire suit and a fireplace next to you. That way you get the heat.
There you go.
Will somebody pay? Hey, we got the Daytona 24 coming up. Somebody wants to pay the money for the suit as a joke. I'll do it.
I got some practice to do then too.
Yes, sir. Well, again, Kyle, congratulations coming home in third here tonight.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, see you later. All right. Well, man, that's going to about do it. I got some stuff I got to go do on the owner side of things and, photos and social media, the thing that I'm never any good at.
Yeah. Well, taking it back, I think that's my most favorite race I've ever broadcasted so far, and that's why I've only done 2.
Well, more to come, I'm sure.
Plenty more to come, I'm hoping. So
I know we'll work together in the very near future on a lot more, so that'll be great.
I look forward to it, and I'm hoping that these fans that come out to watch these races enjoy me having and enjoy me being here, because I don't really get to do this a whole lot often, and still getting to learn the whole ins and outs of broadcasting.
Well, man, it was a blast. I enjoyed having you here. And we'll get ready to send these guys off, and we will be back in 2 weeks. Remember, we're off for a bit here, unfortunately. But 2 weeks we'll be back for the race at Homestead.
The final race for the championship race. So,
yes, sir. All right, guys.
All right.
We're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody. It was a fun one.